To different degrees, we're all in the business of giving advice. And we all want to give good advice. And we all want people to take our advice because it is such good advice. But sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes someone will come to you and say, hey, what do you think about this? And what should I do? And you'll tell them, and they'll start giving you all the reasons why that won't work and why that's a bad idea. And it can be tempting to argue with them and dig in and show them, no, I'm right. Here's why this works. Here's why this is a good idea. Here's why you're wrong. And you should do what I think you should do. I've got one friend specifically who will ask for advice. And then when I give it, he'll argue with me and tell me why that won't work and why that's a bad idea. And I used to dig in and fight. And if not right then I would wait till a day or two later and then bring it up again and see if he changed his mind and push on him some more. And what I found is that when I just let it go for 3 or 4 days, he would come back to me and say, hey, I've been thinking and about that thing I asked you about, and I think I'm going to do this. And that would turn out that it was my idea. And I was getting frustrated even then because he didn't say like, hey, I think I'm going to do what you suggested. He would say like, hey, I thought of this and I came up with, as if it was his idea. But in the end, we're looking to be of service to people. And to do that, we've got to make it about them. And so if they come up with our idea and they've come up with it, well, as long as they're moving forward with it, let it go. What's the difference? If we're really trying to be of service, then however they got that idea into their head, whether it was from us or they really thought of it on their own over the last 4 days, and they just maybe heard it somewhere, don't know where, well, that's okay. And we've got to let that go. Because what I found is that 4 days later, he's excited about it and he's ready to run forward. And I know it was my idea. And maybe he knows it's my idea, but it doesn't really matter. It's an idea that's now in his head and he's ready to run with it. So when people ask for your advice, give it to them. Give them the best advice, but give it in full service, wanting what's best for them, not the credit for you. And if they don't like it, you don't have to argue. They asked for your advice. They don't have to take it. So let it go and see where it goes. And if it pops up a couple days later and it pops up as their idea and not your idea, well, let that go too. That's okay. We're trying to serve people and help them. And as long as they're getting ideas that are moving them along, well, then we all win.